Welcome back, Saints. I'm Sophie DeRoy, and this is SFHS Today. In national news, President Trump announced him and the First Lady Melania Trump had contracted coronavirus and are undergoing treatment by Dr. Sean Conley. According to NPR News, Trump's treatment included an unproven drug called Regeneron, which he called a cure. President Trump stated that his coronavirus diagnosis was a blessing from God. Trump said, "I want everybody to be given the same treatment as your president because I feel great. I feel like perfect." Earlier last week, Haley Turner and Nate Minster spoke with Principal Doug Austin about reopening school in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic.
It affected you? Have you been here the whole summer while COVID was going on, or?
I would say really started to coming in June, July. I've been pretty much here since the end of July through August, with other than a few vacations here and there. But so it's been pretty much normal that way. Certainly early summer we were staying away just like students were at that stage.
There is going to be a bigger struggle when more of the cases show up in the school.
Yeah, I think it has the potential. We haven't really seen that happen yet. We'll see kind of, there's always this concern there's going to be this second wave, but we don't know for sure if that's going to happen. But yeah, we're always constantly alert to what's going on and stuff like that. But so far that hasn't happened. We're hoping it doesn't happen. So we're anticipating it, but hoping it doesn't come here. We're going to have we're going to have some people that have COVID, and we have to deal with that, but so far we haven't seen a big rush yet. Yeah, for now, that's kind of what we have to do with the 6 foot rule or 6 feet rule. So until we can get past that, I'm hoping somewhere in this school year we can get back to normal. I'm excited that hopefully right after the holidays that we will be able to use that full area that's going, the old Bridge Street room area. Hopefully it'll be open by then.
How has the COVID affected you as a teacher and as a football coach?
Well, as a football coach, we're required to wear masks at all times, even outdoors. So that is something that's changed for us. Also, when we are indoors, we need to make sure that we're in smaller groups, like 15, and they have to have masks on. When we go outside, we're in bigger groups once we get outside, but that's how it's affected us the most is just having to wear the mask.
And how does it affect you as a teacher?
Well, I'm not technically a teacher, so in the behavior part of it is I have to you follow up with kids that choose to not wear their mask. And right now the policy is the first time you get a warning, the second time they call your parents, and the third time you're moved to distance learning.
In school news, NHS has been busy with an induction and their yearly blood drive. NHS held their blood drive and their induction last week. Here's reporters Haley Turner and Daquan Carlson on the changes National Honor Society has made to continue their events in the face of the pandemic.
Does it cause a problem with not having the blood drive at the school?
So it does, because we can't allow any visitors into the school. So we were able to relocate to Trinity Lutheran, which is super great. The good news about that is we can open the blood drive to anybody in the community, and our blood drive is full. The bad news is part of doing the blood drive in high schools is to encourage new donors and younger donors to become blood donations or give donations, and so it's kind of unfortunate, but it still works out.
Do you think it's beneficial since we have the whole community go in and give blood?
It is, because so many people are anxious to give blood. Not only to help, but it also, right now they're doing a COVID test with your blood work to see if you have the antibodies. So I think a lot of people are really interested to see if they've had COVID-19 in the past.
So this is your first time or second time in NHS?
This is my second time in NHS, and this year I am the National Honor Society Secretary.
And is this your first or second year doing blood drive?
This is my second year doing blood drive. I have donated a lot of times. It's a great cause, and it's a great way for scholarships for NHS members.
And do you think it's okay to have this new location, or do you wish it was in the high school?
Obviously we all wish it to be in the high school, but we're really glad and thankful to have Trinity Lutheran sponsor and be able to have our blood drives hosted here. We're glad and thankful to at least still have them going on, especially during these difficult times of COVID. Either way, At the high school, we're obviously more familiar with the surroundings and know everything about the location, but I do feel like even though it's still very local, it's a good opportunity.
Also in school news, the yearbook team is continuing to plan the 2020 to 2021 yearbook. Here's reporters Jaden Bowman and Adam Grabowski on what's underway.
What is a positive and a negative effect that COVID has had on yearbook?
A negative, I'll tell you negatives. Negatives is that we don't have our whole class in the class at the same time. We're split up, so that reduces the creative juices. And we're missing half of the school. So if we're looking for like a certain person, if they're not on our day, that kind of messes up our spread a little bit.
When are senior pictures due for seniors?
They're due November 15th.
How would someone buy a yearbook?
So let's go to the Johnston's website, and then they hit yearbooks, and then they look up our school. So St. Francis High School.
Deca's second year is just getting started with early registration underway. Reporter Brody Wyan interviewed Miss Schrog on what's going on this year.
What is Deca?
Deca is an extracurricular organization for students that think they might want to pursue the careers of business and marketing, but ultimately it can be for any student that would like to get involved with a school activity. The baseline to join Deca right now is $55. There is a $40 activity fee that you pay online through the activities office, and right now there is a $15 dues fee, and that is our state and national Deca dues. If you go on to our first competition, which will be in January, there will be an additional fees for that. But our baseline starting is $55. You can sign up to join Deca right now. If you're not quite ready to take the plunge and join us, you can wait, and we would just like to see you be involved in Deca by December. But again, the sooner the better, as you'll get to meet our club members and get to really know what we stand for. So please consider joining us today.
Now on to Nick with sports.
Hey Saints, I'm Nick Vang, and this is sports. This year, Miss Johnson's Outdoor Adventures class is underway with fun activities such as fishing and many outdoor games. Here's reporters Adam Bozen and Will Klingsmith on what's going on.
As far as when you're in class for physical education, if you're doing activities and you are not physically exerting yourself or breathing hard, or you don't need a mask break, and inside, then we're expected to wear them as much as possible. Outside and during physical education class, if we can maintain that 6-foot distance, we can take our masks off for class while we're outside if we can stay away from each other. In COVID-19, we've had to change a lot of our lessons plans for outdoor adventure. Mostly because we can't go on field trips anymore, so we can't do things like we'll go to Lake George and fly fish and spin cast. Also, canoeing is out because of field trips.
Also in sports, girls tennis is finishing up this year's season. Jacob Talley and Ryan Loon spoke with some of the players and Coach Fredrickson.
How's the girls tennis season going so far?
Well, we're right near the end of the season. We're in some section playoffs. Our conference, we only played conference teams this year due to the restrictions on travel. Our conference is fairly tough, so we didn't pick up too many W's.
So far, I think the whole team's probably won like 2 of the 12, I think, over the 6 weeks.
The nice piece, we saw a couple teams more than once, and in that time span from the first to the second, it was good to see the improvement in our play against those teams where we had improvements each time we played somebody a second round. So it was good to see.
And what's something that is especially memorable about this season?
Well, I mean, I would say like COVID and stuff, but honestly, just being able to do something with like a nice group and having like games and fun, like once you're on the court, it doesn't feel like COVID's there. It's all about the teamwork and the bonding and the memories.
Thanks for that information. Last week, we got a little update on boys soccer. This week, Mackenzie Wyman and Madison Rothbauer scored an interview with some of the girls' team.
Reporters Madison Rothbauer and Mackenzie Wyman went out and asked the soccer girls some questions. They asked Michaela Rothbauer what it's like to be an underclassman on the soccer team.
It's really cool, and I have really good role models, especially Sammy Sandstrom. She's just one of my idols. They asked senior captain Sammy Sandstrom how the varsity season was going.
Going pretty good. We have a great group of ladies. The varsity girls ended their regular season with a record of 8-1-2. They also won the conference for the first time ever.
Make sure to check out our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook account, and our website, the SFHS Crier, for more news. That's all we have for this week. Stay safe, Saints.